Hi. Okay, so as I said yesterday, what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at backward chaining, which is a method of getting down to the floor and back up, or just back up from the floor if you happen to find yourself on the floor. Now, I know some of you aren't going to want to try this, but if you do want to give it a go, then just listen really carefully and follow the thing, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you it firstly all the way through, so don't do anything, all right? And then we'll go through step by step, yeah? So I'll talk you through it. Make yourself sure you've got a chair. As I said yesterday, you're going to need a chair. Hopefully a dining room chair would be better for you, but make sure you've got a chair of some kind that you can actually utilize. All right, so have a look and then we'll do it together. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off in a seated position, yeah? And from my seated position, I'm going to come to the front third of my chair, feet flat on the floor, and I'm just going to stand up, powering up. Once I'm there, I'm going to pedal my feet. Yeah? Take one step forward, and then in as many steps as I need to turn, I'm going to turn to face the chair that's in front of me. All right? From there, with my strongest leg, I step forward, put my hands down on the chair. We're now in a balanced position, okay? From there, what we're going to do is we're going to lower that back knee down towards the floor. So our strongest leg has come forward, our weaker knee has come towards the floor. We're then going to take the other foot to the floor. So we're on all fours now with our hands on the chair and our knees on the floor. One hand onto the floor, the other hand onto the floor, okay? From there, take a little step backwards and bring the hands in as well. So we've taken a little walk. Now what we're going to do is come down onto one side. So I'm going to come on down to the side so I'm facing you. So what I'm going to do is take my hand out a little bit further, bring my knees into this side and just drop myself gently down to the floor in a controlled manner. Bring myself into a nice sitting position, okay? So I'm now side sitting on the floor. From there, we're going to come all the way down onto the floor. So what I'm going to do is just walk the hands away, put one hand down onto the floor and gently lower myself down onto the floor so I'm lying onto my shoulder and I can straighten my legs out. Okay, from there I can roll over onto my back or I could roll over onto my front. Alright, so from there we're going to bring ourselves back up. So the first thing we're going to do is come into a seated position again. So placing a hand in front, push yourself up and bring this other hand in to push yourself back up into that seated area. Our knees come back in so we're in that 3/4 position. Alright, back into our kneeling position, we take a hand out, the other hand out, and then we just push ourselves up onto our knees and readjust ourselves so we're nice and square. Take a little walk forward on your hands and knees. One hand onto your chair, the other hand onto your chair. Step through with your strongest leg, tuck your toes in, push up to a standing position, bring that foot in, just pause here, yeah? Hands onto the knees, gently walk his hands back up so you're in a standing position. Have a little march on the spot, yeah, and then as many steps as you need, turn yourself round, feel the chair against the back of your legs, and just gently lower yourself back down into that chair. Okay, so that's our move. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change the camera position a little bit so we can do it together. Yeah, so with my chair, first things first, we're going to stand up, all right? So all together, feet flat on the floor, shoulders lifted back and down. Push your weight down through your heels, lean forward, follow your nose through your toes to a standing position. Have a little pedal of those feet. Good job. Okay, from there, take a step forward and turn in as many steps as you need to face your chair. Now, strongest leg, whichever one it is, step forward. Put your hands firmly onto that chair. All right, so the hands are nice and firm. We're nice and steady here, okay? From there, we're going to lift and bring the back knee down towards the floor. Unhook our toes so that the base, the top of the foot is flat on the floor. Bring the other foot down, hands down to the floor one at a time. Okay? Again, here's another position where we're completely safe. We're on all fours, we're supported all the way around. Okay? From there, take a couple of little steps backwards, marching backwards on your feet. So we'll turn at hands and knees. Okay? Take the hand of the side you're going to come down to. So whichever hip you feel stronger on or you want to come down on, take that hand a little bit wider and then just bring your knees across the other way and gently lower your hip down to the floor. Walk your hands in so you're in a nice seated position. Okay? From there, let's walk the hand away and bring it down onto the floor and just gently lower our head down and support it onto our shoulder. Straighten the legs out, and from there, as I say, we can roll forward or we can roll back. We're just going to come straight back up, okay? So, hand in front, push yourself up and walk this other hand in, bringing your knees in. We're into a seated position, so a side sit, yeah? From here, we're nice and stable again. Take the hands wide and just bring your knees in underneath you, adjusting so you get yourself nice and square. From there, we're on all fours again. When you feel comfortable, walk your hands and knees forward to that chair, okay? One hand up onto the chair, the other hand. Whichever was your strongest leg, step through with that and put it down onto the floor. Unhook your toes at the back, so the toes are digging into the floor, and power up into a standing position, bringing that foot in. Again, we're stable here. Hands onto your thighs and gently walk your hands up towards your hips. A little march there. Turn yourself round as many steps as you need. Feel the chair behind you and gently and controlled lower yourself down. Okay, so that's our backward chaining, as we call it. All right. So you can do that in the garden, you can do it in the house, you can do it anywhere. You can use it to get down onto the floor. So you want to do a bit of cleaning on the floor, or when this is all over, you want to play with the grandchildren. Or if you happen to find yourself on the floor and you need to get yourself up, that's a method you can use to do it. So you work from the floor upwards, all right? Look at it step by step. Always make sure you feel comfortable. So they're chains, that's why it's called backward chaining. So the first element is the fact that we stand up and we turn to face the chair. We step forward and we put our hands on it. All feet and all hands are supported at that point. We're safe, okay? Lowering that knee down to the floor and then bringing the other knee down, hands on the chair still. Again, all four joints, all four parts of our body are in contact with the floor. We're safe. One hand at a time, down onto the floor. We're safe, okay? Walking it back, we're safe. Nice and controlled as you lower down onto your side. And remember, take your hand out to the side of the hip you're going to bring yourself down onto and just gently lower that hip down. You want a nice controlled motion down onto the floor. Now, if you feel more comfortable to start off with, pop a cushion on the floor, yeah? So you don't actually put your hip right down onto the floor. You put it onto a cushion, yeah? Likewise with your knees, if you want to practice with a cushion so your knees come down onto a cushion, that's fine, okay? You do whatever is right for you. And if you feel at all unsure about it, but you want to give it a go, do it in stages. So start off with just that stand, the walk away, the turn around, the stepping in and hands onto the chair. Leave it at that point. Bring it back up. Try it again. Yeah. When you feel comfortable to add the next bit on, add the next bit on. And it might only be that you kneel down onto the floor. You bring one knee down and then you bring the other knee down. That's fine. Take it to a point where you feel comfortable again. So if you want to take it to the point where your hands and feet and knees are on the floor, do that, all right? You work at the pace that you feel comfortable with. Now, as always, any questions, any comments, any feedback, you know where I am. Give me a shout. So if you're unsure about any part of that and you want me to explain it more, give me a bell. Drop me an email, yeah? I'm there for you. So you use me if you need to, all right? Remember, you don't have to do this. It's an option for you if you want it, all right? Now, make sure you stay well, make sure you stay safe, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.